What's up, everybody? It's Ty the Bourbon Guy, and welcome to the 25 Days of Whiskey. Today is day 15, Booker's Bourbon. This one, I feel like, is the hot topic recently and it's kind of become popular to dislike it, maybe. Where Booker's, for those that may not be as familiar, Booker's Bourbon actually recently raised their suggested retail price. And now I think it's somewhere around $100. I've seen it more than that in places, but I've still seen it around 100. And a lot of people don't like the fact that it has been bumped up. And to me, I understand it. With what we're seeing in the bourbon world right now, the demand is just through the roof. So to increase the price, I understand that, especially when this used to be a $70, $80 bottle, whatever it may have been. I think maybe $80, $85. I've seen it in that range. A few years ago, but for the fact that I pay $70 for my eggs now, it means that Booker's is probably going to go up. It's one of those things that I understand. It's typically around a 6 or 7 year old bourbon, and it's, going for that price. It should be less than that. I know some people used to say about $10 per year. I don't know. I understand that logic, and I understand it's your money, and if you choose not to buy it, that's your deal. But something that I can't really pinpoint is what I've seen and just in talking to people is people get upset about the Booker's price increase, but there are also whiskeys that may be non-age stated, that maybe have no reputation, maybe they're just non-distilling producers or whatever it is that's just sourcing, and their stuff is $100 or plus. I've seen some at $150 and we know nothing about it, or $150, $175 or whatever it is, some $200 that are 7 years or less, or whatever. I mean, there's tons of these out there that are sourcing and either 7 years or younger, and anywhere in the range of $150 to $200. And I've seen people get excited about those. So that's the only part that I don't understand is if you're going to be upset about the price increase of Booker's by $10, $15, $20 even, yeah, then why are we buying some of the other products? But that's everybody else's. As a brand, I just love it. I mean, it's kind of counterintuitive for me because I always talk about how I don't like being marketed to. I don't like all the packaging. The prettier the packaging, the worse the whiskey. And for me, I don't know. In Booker's, I didn't actually start out as a Booker's fan. I preferred the old Bakers. And now, maybe as my palate has developed, or I'm not sure, but now I'm heavy into Booker's, and I agree with that there are batches that are different. And there can be some that are better than others, but overall, as a brand, as a whiskey, it's definitely one that I enjoy. For those that may not know, Booker's is actually one of the products from Jim Beam, and so I haven't gotten a chance to go out to that distillery yet, but I absolutely would love to go. There's also Little Book, so if you've seen those, it's a little different. Little Book is more of the experiment batches. Booker's is pretty set on a Booker's profile. So there are some that I've reviewed and then others have reviewed, and the comment is made that if you typically like Booker's, you'll like this one. And that just means that the profile that they're aiming for, this is leaning towards an actual what Booker's is known for, but that's just kind of how people word it. But there are some that maybe kind of stray away a little bit. That's the fun in it to me. But I think we're starting to see a lot more of this. Elijah Craig Barrel Proof does the different batches. Larceny Barrel Proof does the different batches. I mean, there's a lot now that are kind of doing this whole make me buy 4 a year. And I buy all 4 every year. So I get it. Pretty packaging, gimmicky. There's always a story behind it. I'm going to buy Booker's no matter what. I mean, that's just, that is what it is. And if you have a whiskey that you have in mind that you buy no matter what, let me know in the comments what yours is. But for me, Booker's is definitely it. Solid bourbon all around. I think it makes fantastic gifts as well. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with Booker's bourbon in a normal sense. You can go wrong if people maybe are turned off by that Jim Beam peanut note that they're known for, but I think with the packaging and the way it looks and all that stuff, there's some whiskeys out there that have beautiful packaging, beautiful bottles, come in a case, do all that, and are absolutely terrible. So I would never put boogers in that category. I know they have pretty packaging, but I still enjoy the whiskey on the inside, and that's what matters. I appreciate you tuning in. You've been here this long. Like, subscribe, do all the things, and I will see you tomorrow for day 16. Cheers.